What's up, guys? I recently bought a PS4 off of Marketplace for really cheap. I was determined to see the usage and anything wrong with the hard drive because the unit is brand spanking new when I saw it on the picture. Um, as you can see, it looks like it's barely been played or used. Very, very good condition. I already took the hard drive apart. I'm gonna assemble it for you guys. If you want to see that, everything is disassembled. You can the software I use to determine the time and usage if the hard drive is bad. You can also check for a lot of things that's known on these type of units, like the history of it. Before I move on, this only will work if the user haven't tampered, the previous owner haven't tampered with the consoles. This is the original drive off of the console, and this is how you can tell, um, if the unit's brand spanking new. If they replace the drive, you can't really tell how long the history of the console or any type of device. You can do this with any type of device that has a hard drive. Same thing with projector, but projector doesn't have a hard drive. You can determine the history of it as well. Uh, check out my other videos if you want to know more about projector and how to determine the lamp hours of the projector. Um, Basically, all you have to do is real simple. I'm gonna take it off the tripod and adjust it for in a second. Give me 1 second. All you have to do is take the hard drive that was removed. You buy one of this item. This pretty much a duplicator. I'm gonna talk about the duplicator just a little bit, but not fully in this video. I don't usually use the hardware of this duplicator. I don't really like to use it. The reason why is not 100% accuracy. What I use this for technically is just make life more easier, to just plug in the hard drive, using it as kind of like an external bay to have it easy access. I use software when I do this with this one, so I use it manually to clone a item using software and hardware. There's other ways to do this. This is just make life easier. You can buy cheaper components to test this type of diagnostic out, or you can just plug it directly into your computer using the extra setup port. That's all you have to do. All you have to do, plug it in. This one requires a power up time. Some of them don't require it. It does it automatically. And the software I use is called HDD Sentinel, as in hard disk Sentinel. And that's how the software looks like. Very self-forward. Purchased this computer at my local thrift store for $100. It's an i5, 9th generation. The price has been skyrocketing at that thrift store, even though it's still cheap. I usually buy these computers for under $50. Now everything is pretty much eBay pricing. If you're a reseller, it's pretty hard to make money off a thrift store now. I want to get to that topic as well. In another video about donation for certain thrift stores, because they're taking advantage of donation items, and they're not generating, like, what it was supposed to be, what it's meant to be. They're inflating the price and taking advantage of free items. As you can see, the unit of my computer, it has a low power, low usage of time. This is a free software, by the way. If you like it, please support the company. That's the hard drive. That's the SSD. It's the Intel 1 terabyte 512 gigabyte SSD. M.2 NVMe. Power up for 1,065 days and 3 hours. I had this computer for several months already. And the computer, the hard drive for the PS4 is a Hitachi. When you're doing this for a while, you can determine the name by the abbreviation. HGST stands for Hitachi, and it only powers up to 27 days and 14 hours. So this PS4 was brand spanking new. That's the reason why I jumped on it real quick, because when I saw it, it was in very, very good condition, and they took best offer. As you can see, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna reassemble the drive and power up and show you guys everything is working for perfectly. Give me 1 second. Let me power the drive caddy down. Put this back on tripod mode. Adjusting the angle. Should be good enough. Four screws on the caddy. I bought this iFixit toolkit for dirt cheap at my thrift store. Brand new for 10 bucks. Now tighten up every single screws. I usually like to crisscross my screws just like when you're doing tires. Install it on the PS4. Slide it in. There you go. It's in place. One last screw to hold the hard drive. Goes right underneath here. Let me double check the screws again. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe I used the wrong screw. Or the right one. That should be, they're all the same size screws. Yeah, they're all the same size screws, I believe. Double check one more time. That might be a little bit different. Yes, it's different. Don't rush things. I kind of rush things. So, know where you place your screws. Make it simple for yourself. Don't just toss it around like I did. Learn from your mistakes. I'm just trying to do this quickly for the video. I'm double checking all the screws right now. By the way, you can use this to test for any type of device that has a hard drive, like laptops, stuff like that. Because most of the time, when you buy stuff like this, that's why I'm gonna talk to you guys. When you buy stuff like this, on flea markets, like at your local flea markets or thrift store, whatever you want to call it, is pretty much. So the screw for this one is flat. It doesn't have a hard drive notch screw at the end, so there's one different screw. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna zoom in to show you. Yeah, so usually at the thrift store, most of the time the consoles is hardly fail because they just want to get rid of the item in general. External hard drives, I noticed lower percentage, even though they toss the item around, sometimes it still won't fail or have damages. For instance, I buy a lot of those hard drives, external hard drive. Let's say for my luck, 1 out of 10 times those drives will fail, but they're so cheap that you're not gonna lose any profit if you lost one item. But laptops on the other hand, when you're buying it used, you gotta be more careful with the laptop because a lot of people, they don't take care. You'd be surprised that they don't take care of their laptops. It has a higher chance of failing on laptop than any type of other devices. So when you're buying laptop like that, always check the hard drive. Some of the laptops are very easy to get to the hard drive, and some models are not. If some of the models are not, I would recommend bringing it to a IT place and have them remove the test out the hard drive. If you notice if the drive has any type of failure rate, let's say the computer slow down or you hear some sort of or the computer is slower than normal, most likely the hard drive is failing slowly. There's other ways to determine it, but that's another story. As again, like for instance, clicking noise or stuff like that. The clicking noise is, forget it. Your drive is dead. There's ways to retrieve the data. That's another story. There's a lot of things that you can do. Do. Anyways, but yeah, most of the times when these items are donated, the hard drives are good. For instance, I buy a lot of those hard drives, external hard drives and stuff like that from that far end pile right there. Most of them are good. I have one failure of an external hard drive. That's about it. And up there, I have 2 more 4 terabytes that I picked up for 15 bucks at the thrift store. So and it's like brand spanking new, barely used on the hours. I checked with the HDD Sentinel software. Again, these prices, it depending on your area of thrift stores. A lot of thrift stores, I'm gonna get to that on another topic. A lot of places now, they're taking advantage of this situation where donation items are now becoming a business, and some of them are doing illegal activity where they have signs as for like veterans, so people will donate it to them, thinking that is serving for a purpose, but they're 100% business. So that's highly illegal, and I wouldn't recommend donating to those type of thrift store where they're taking advantage of the community. There should be more talks about that situation, what's going on in thrift stores right now as a community. We should connect somehow and have this conversation and make a a worldwide notice of what's going on or how they're damaging it, the community by inflation the price when the item is giving it for free. Let me plug this in and show you that everything is working. I'm gonna turn it on and then it should auto connect to my TV. And that's a LG OLED, by the way. There you go. It's working perfectly without any issue whatsoever. And there you have it. I'm gonna power this down. And also, I want to talk to you about another topic, a short topic for other type of resellers. I I know it's kind of disgusting what you see on video, and a lot of people are not aware of it. But I noticed that a lot of resellers are buying mass items, and it's so disgusting that I know it's I know for a fact if you're doing it by yourself and buying that many items, you have to have time to prep it, clean it, and have some courtesy. Because it's really disgusting, especially if you're buying items from a barn that's been sitting there for a while, and or places that who knows where the items is has been sitting. Make sure you clean the item up. Or if it's inside a box, still clean the box. Wipe it down. Just a quick wipe down to get some of the nasty stuff that's been sitting on there. So if you make your items a lot neater, you have a better chance of selling it quicker. And it's just common courtesy. And I know a lot of those resellers that you guys see online, not a lot of people talk about it. They don't sterilize their items. They just buy it, list it, and they're done for it. And that's the reason how that's how they can and push that many item is. And you can see offhand when you're buying off of eBay, a lot of time those items are coming to you are so disgusting that it's like what's the point of trying to sell it and sell it when it's like so bad. As you can see, every single items, if I buy it from the thrift store, is in clean condition, very clean. Anywhere I picked it up, I just purchased the item and I clean it. The way I do it is I take a bottle of alcohol and Windex, I mix it together in the spray bottle and just wipe it down. See? Look at this this item. It's a vintage item from Toy Story, and it's a white condition color. Clean. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make a comment if you want to see more stuff like this. I post videos on how-to videos and pretty much just standard videos of a short clip for eBay purposes most of the time on new items that I found. If you'd like to see certain items that's been posted, let me know a comment below before it's sold. I can do a full video if it's not brand new. If it's brand new, I can't really open it from the box because I can't sell it as new, you know, if the box has been opened and removed from the packaging. So make a comment below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm signing out.